Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the allotment tour on the 25th of July. The one that's meant to be the scorcher. It's supposed to be 34, 36 degrees this afternoon. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It feels pretty warm already. So kicking off as always with the rhubarb. It has bounced back. It had gone a little bit blur, and now it's just perked up no end. Looking rather nice. The tayberry has got some new growth this year, which I've put some extra wires in for. Marigolds are going well. I'm hoping this morning light is going to be okay for videoing. It might be terrible with the shadows. Sweet peas and the strawberries. These ones at the front are ever-bearing ones. It's their first year and they've started flowering again. We took the net off thinking that was the end of that, and we might have to put the net back on again and get another harvest. And talking about harvest, potatoes have been providing us with nourishment for the last few weeks. I did a Nicola potato reveal yesterday. That was the third pot. 2 more pots to go, and then we're into the Sarpo Blue Danube. And down here for the courgettes, and they're about 3 or 4 weeks later than last year, but we've taken the first harvest off of them now. 1 yellow, 1 green, and the net is off the fruit bushes. This is their first year, and we did get pea-sized gooseberries and blackcurrants, but they weren't really edible. We tried them anyway, you know, just spat them out, that sort of thing. And tumbling tomatoes in here, some chives as well. Tomatoes again are very late. We haven't started cropping them yet. That's the only thing that we're not getting in salads. I got some sizable beetroot. I think that might be challenging Terry's robotic gardener's giant one. It's not meant to be giant. Carrots, sweet candle. They're doing so-so, as the foliage is looking a bit yellow, but the actual carrots themselves are fine, so I'm not going to be complaining. French beans, we've started harvesting those. Nothing yet from the runners, again well behind from last year. So we've got some autumn king carrots in here later in the year. So got some chard. Haven't started harvesting that yet, but it's ready really. And some lettuce. That's been a good cropper. Just have a quick look at Lavender Avenue, and the dahlias are out. Coming round to the kohlrabi, and we finally harvested them, and they're very nice. God, it kind of tastes like broccoli. Cabbages, they've been super, but for 2 of us, as it takes a while to get through a whopping great cabbage, so we're hoping that none of them are going to blow, but they might do. And the leeks, some new seedlings, which I can't remember what they are, and the shallots. They're going to be coming up pretty soon. The Zabroon shallots. This is where the onions were, and we had a pretty good harvest of those. And coming along to more French beans, runner beans, beetroot coming out our ears. Got a lot of those. And the bolt hardy has been bolting, so that's just been one of those years. And the kale, which we haven't started harvesting yet, but I think we must get round to that. Peach tree's just been going bonkers, but it does have its roots in under the old compost heap that we inherited, and they do say that that is the best place on an allotment or a garden for nourishment. Coming round our neighbour's plot, He's not got down that much this year. And the corral and the shed looking very much like normal. We've got the tomatoes up here that are going quite well. And our little flower garden. Sea hollies finally come out, and so the lupins are pretty much over. Tree lilies over there, the sweet peas are sort of over too. And coming round to the back of the shed, I thought I'd just show you that Waldo has a fruit, so we will eat tonight. Or lavender. Cosmos at the back of the comfrey there. Comfrey's got mildew, which is not surprising really. It's done very well and the bees love it. So a few lupins there, and the lilies are most definitely out. Oh, well, I left some watering cans there, that's most untidy of me. And the strawberries. We're going to rearrange this area here, so this is the back lot of strawberries here are going to be left, and we're going to put in a couple more 4x8 beds in this area here. Sweet corn, it's a little bit on the small side. But we had a little bit of an issue with the cover crop, which we won't make that mistake next year. We left in a ryegrass, and sweet corn being a grass as well, there's a bit of a conflict. Parsnips going great. Well, at least they are above ground. Don't know about underground until we pull them up. So that's the meadow bed, the fallow one. Tomatoes, well, they certainly got the height and they have got fruit on them. Just waiting for that to harvest. And I've just noticed a whopping great pepper. I wonder if that one's ready. That could make for an interesting breakfast. I've got spring onions again, not the best for us, but better than last year. Got an odd kale in there amongst the Brussels sprouts. Coming round, and I've pruned one of the apple trees here, the Saturn, so that it's coming out into the first sort of espalier horizontal. Likewise, I pruned the lower growth of the plum. Still very much a novice in pruning fruit trees, so I'm probably going to make a mistake and not prune at the right time and not prune enough. And here we come round to the dahlias. Some of them have been coming out, looking quite nice. Rather given up on the knot here. It's got mildew and the dead heading of it is quite arduous. So there's the back of the rhubarb. We've got some spare leeks down there doing quite nicely, and some spare lettuce. And our new sort of autumn rhubarb has really come to life now. We were a bit concerned about that initially. And some spindly cosmos inappropriately planted in a very small planter. Now we've got most of the beetroot out of the front rill here, and we've got some flowers kicking in. And here we are with the butternut squash. It has actually got a flower on it. And I want to train that up this post here. Right, so coming back to the start again. Alright, so wherever you are, I hope you're drinking plenty of water and looking after yourself on these hotter days and enjoying your gardening. Bye for now.